fellow Cedar Village staff. It's your Director of Pastoral Care, Rabbi Drew here. After last week's video on an introduction to Passover, in this video in the series, as we lead up to Passover, I want to talk about food practices for Passover. Passover, as I mentioned last week, starts the night of March 27th this year and goes all the way through the evening of Sunday, April 4th. Eating on Passover is actually, out of the Jewish holidays, this is perhaps the most distinct, culinarily distinct holiday, food-wise. It's very different. Most significant of the foods is this thing called matzah. Now they're essentially like big crackers. They're flatbreads, often come in squares, although I've seen them in circles. They come in different shapes and sizes. But matzah is this basically crunchy bread that can probably stand it can hang around for many months, unlike regular bread. And that goes back to the story in the book of Exodus in the Bible, which is the Jews departed Egypt. They had to do it, and they were running away, and they didn't have time for their bread to rise. And that's why we Jews during during Passover eat that bread. Now we also, because of that, we also don't eat really any other leavened bread and nothing else like that. So no regular breads, no muffins, beer is out, anything that has that breadiness. Also, really interesting custom that developed is a thing called kitniot. You don't have to remember that word, but that includes things even that have nothing to do with bread, but things such as corn. So even things with high fructose corn syrup, many Jews will refrain from having over the course of Passover. One thing I do want to point out is that many Jews who do not adhere to the Jewish dietary practices known as kashrut or kosher throughout the year, many of them will choose to keep kosher for Passover. So many of our residents who year-round do not keep kosher will for Passover. All right, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for next week's video.